Hello, football fans, and welcome to Locker Room on the Voice of the People TV. I am your host, Jerry Arpelio, and today we're jumping into the most electrifying moments from the pitch and definitely down to the studio. We'll give you all the latest and the hottest gist as far as football is concerned on Locker Room. And of course, my guys are here talking about the lives of James. And then DVD makes a return this lovely evening. And of course, we'll be having Maiwa joining us virtually on the show. And yesterday we talked about the Super Eagles' performance against Rwanda. And since then, there have been a lot of controversies, what next, you know, how it is, and of course, the issues about the coaching position. Great to have you guys join us on Locker Room.
Thank you so very much for having us. It's an interesting evening, really, because after we left yesterday, there was a very flat rumor that came up to say Austin Cerezo Eguavoen has resigned his interim position as of the coach of the Super Eagles. And hours after, of course, we hear also that it is not true. Austin Eguavoen has also refuted that information. But then it goes to, ask a big question: where is all of this coming from? Is there the possibility that the FA is clamoring for a foreign coach even after the performance of Austin Eguavoen and the Super Eagles in the past couple of days? It's all of this that you get to, ask the question: which way Nigeria? I mean, the NFF at this point will not stop talking about them because they are the ones who are the helms of affairs. So it's a beautiful evening to talk football, and I'm glad to be here again.
All right, James, good to have you join us.
A very good evening to you guys in the studio, and also to our viewers. Another beautiful Wednesday to talk football, to talk sports. We had a beautiful one yesterday. We saw Eguavoen take the boys to getting 4 points in 2 games. In games that we didn't even expect to get even 3 points. So credit to Eguavoen. And later on, we saw the drama that played out with the rumors coming out of him stepping down as the head coach, and him coming out in less than 2 hours to refuse the rumors. So it's actually a very good one now. We're back to this table again, back to this playing ground where we keep on hearing rumors and keep on speculating on who's going to be the head coach, who's going to be the assistant. Again, for another about 3 months or 2 months before the next run of games. Well, we just have to sit back and see what the NFF has in stock for us. They are yet to come out to make any comments or let us know if there's anybody on board or anybody they are looking at. But I'm sure with time we'll get more information about that.
All right, we'll get more information as regards that. And of course, Maiwa is joining us virtually. Great to have you today on Locker Room.
It's always amazing to be here. I mean, yesterday when I was signing out, I said I hope the NFF does not start with the roundabout again. Before yesterday was over, there was a breaking rumor, not news now, breaking rumor that Eguavoen has resigned and the rest of that before Eguavoen came out to debunk that particular story. I've said it, there are some forces in the NFF, they are so in love with the foreign coach. And, we've said it over and over again. They will not want to give their backing to Eguavoen to be able to perform. We've seen the results so far. We've seen that Eguavoen can be able to at least give us a shouting chance at probably qualifying for the Nations Cup, and also, probably a shouting chance at qualifying at the World Cup. However, the important question has always been, what is it that the NFF is looking for in the foreign coach that we don't have locally? Unless they want to tell me that the foreign coach will win the World Cup, that's when I will support it. But in any case, Brazil losing in their World Cup qualifier, Hendrick and the rest of them could not do the magic, and Paraguay beating them. But in any case, like I always say, it's a good Tuesday, it's a good Wednesday to talk football. Thank you for having me.
All right, talking about Brazil, even Argentina could not beat Colombia. Quite an interesting, talking about South American World Cup qualifiers as far as that one is concerned. All right, let's come to the home front proper, where the search for a new head coach of Nigerian senior national team is expected to intensify following the expiration of Austin Eguavoen's 2-game mandate as interim coach. But the man has said that he's in charge. Eguavoen was appointed to lead the team in the AFCON qualifiers against Benin Republic and Rwanda. And after talks with German coach, talking about Bruno Labbadia, broke down. And despite picking up 4 points out of the possible 6, including a 3-0 win over Benin Republic and a goalless draw, which was unfortunate due to the overzealous referee. And of course, Eguavoen's contract seems to have ended. Although his time as interim coach has come to an end, Eguavoen has left the door open for a possible return to the role, citing his position as technical director of the Nigerian Football Federation. And the NFF will now begin the process of identifying who is going to be the coach, who will take charge of the team with a view to qualifying for the 2025 AFCON tournament. And his statement has led to talks about a new substantive coach for the team. And former coach of the coach talking about Clemens Westerhof has given his opinion on who should be handed the role. The coach, who can arguably be termed one of the best in the history of Nigerian football, after leading them to three AFCONs, where the team finished second in 1990, third in 1992, and first in 1994 consecutively, also hold the honor of the first coach to qualify Nigeria for the World Cup. And of course, Westerhof has anointed Siasia as the man he feels should be in charge of the Super Eagles. David.
Quite an interesting one. Westerhof, yes, he has his opinion. His opinion is respected, but I dare say that his opinion is not in tandem with what Nigerians at this point is clamoring for. Nigerians, football loving Nigerians want the Super Eagles to deliver good football. And in the past 3, 4, 5 days, we've seen quite a decent team with the Austin Eguavoen-led Super Eagles. But can they do better? The answer is yes. Samson Siasia, we have his pedigree of tinkering with the team. I'm talking about the Flying Eagles and doing better position, which is interesting, good enough. But he's not been in any job in the last years. Where lies his technical ability? Where lies the harmony, the cohesion, the togetherness that the team has found with Austin Eguavoen's led team? Why are we consistently going back and forth with this coaching thing? Look, Eguavoen has said it, I'm still in charge up until I meet with the people at the top hierarchy of the FA to know what the position would be going forward. But I dare say he's done quite fair enough for the country for the FA, I beg your pardon, to look at him and say, look, have a continuity with these games. Let's see how it goes. Because if we're bringing up a Samson Siasia, it is still the same try and error that he's still going to come do. It's not like Samson Siasia has a magic wand that will give us that thing that we're looking for. I'm sorry. He might be that coach that we know in the past to have that pedigree, but in the past how many years, what coaching experience has he gathered? None.
You're talking about, what was Eguavoen doing for the past about 5, 4 years?
He's been in the technical part of the FA.
Not actively
Not
coaching.
actively
Let's-
coaching. It's almost similar.
Absolutely.
The difference is Eguavoen has a name going to looking like he's still active in football, where he was practically in the glass house helping them select teams when there was no coach. And Siasia was serving match ban. And let's not forget, when was the last time we saw Eguavoen on the touchline? Before these 2 games. And he came in and he gave those
Let's not forget, Eguavoen is the person that has won the bronze medal for Nigeria in the AFCON.
Now you are bringing achievement. You were just talking about when was the last time Siasia coach. So I'm just coming from the angle that, okay, if Eguavoen has been a technical director for over how many years and has not been on the touchline for about 4 or 5 years, could give us such 2 beautiful performances, getting 4 points in 2 games, a game to game, we didn't expect anything.
Right.
Then I think we can cut Siasia some slack also. But the main issue now is convincing this particular NFF to change their mind from going for a foreign coach to set their mind for a local man. a black man that will get us the job done. Because in history, when was the last time a foreign coach got us anywhere that local man has not got taken us to?
Unfortunately.
To even say the last time won a major trophy was still a black man. So why do the NFF, why are they hell bent on getting a foreign coach?
Your emphasis on the black man is making it look like we're racist. We're not. But
no, like the black man, we are black.
A foreign and a local coach is a more sweet way to put it, because I wouldn't want to even tell you what. See, let's put it here. Maybe I stand to be corrected. I don't see a World Cup that has been won with a foreign coach before. I stand to be corrected. And unfortunately, are we going to the World Cup to win it? We have not even. So let's not even go there. When it comes to qualifications, there are even no.
So that's just the thing, because
So
the NFF keeps
that.
on going out and wasting our time going to look for somebody that is foreign to come and lead these boys. It's not like the person is coming is assuring them to win the World Cup, or is assuring them of doing something phenomenal. He just stays there for about 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, and he ends up collecting about $50,000, $60,000, and at the end of the day, he cannot present any trophy. So why not?
So why are we wasting the money?
Why? Yes, thank you. Why not settle for a black man, a Nigerian, a local coach? Give him your terms and conditions. What he hopes to achieve, what you want him to achieve in the next few years, 2 years, 1 year. If it's to get to the AFCON final, then get to the World Cup semi-finals or quarter-finals, fine. Then you guys will have that agreement that okay, if he does not meet these demands, it's easy for him to let you go. Instead of going to go and get one gradeless coach, let me not even use because it does not have grade. You bring a gradeless foreign coach and you come and put him on the position of the Super Eagles head coach. Waste our 1 year, waste our 7 months, waste our taxpayers' money, waste our talent. Because I guess they stated this team is a very good team, and the only thing that is lacking is a creative midfielder. If they can get a standard creative midfielder, I think this team is good to face even the best of the best teams in the world. But you will now waste this particular set of generation, this particular set of players, with one foreign coach that will take them to AFCON round of 16 or the knockout or the qualifier quarterfinals. They will bring them back home, then go to the World Cup and just play only the group stages and come back home. And we know the World Cup comes in once in 4 years. These players that we are seeing now, if Osimhen misses on this World Cup this year, the next World Cup is going to be playing. It's going to be about 30 or 29 because it's 4 years.
That's if we qualify.
That's even if we qualify for the next one again, no. So when you look at all this and you look at how the talents are being wasted because of this, NFF cannot settle down on who they want as an head coach. Because I see no reason why you will leave the NPFL, you leave our ex-internationals who are currently coaching, and you will now go to one foreign country and go and pick someone that has not achieved anything, and you come and say, yeah, come and lead these boys. And you are leading these boys, you are paying them big money, not in naira, in dollars. So I think the NFL just needs to settle down. Eguavoen has done the job for the first 2 matches. Yes, and I know some people are saying the second match, the 2 matches were not tough tests. It's just Rwanda and Benin Republic. They will not forget. They will forget. They are forgetting that the same Benin Republic was the one that flogged us the last time. And they were saying, and people that I saw a comment yesterday after yesterday's show, the man was like, it's just Rwanda we played. I was like, it's just Rwanda. I'm not even talking about the countries we face. I'm talking about the performance we saw. We saw that these were not, but they didn't even sit back to like defend at any points. They were going after and after. Miss these chances, they are going back for another. They miss this chance, they are going back for another. I think that's one thing that keeps people glued to their TV and want to see. Now make sure that the boys are moving in the right direction. But when you come back for 70 minutes and you play only 30 minutes, or you come back for 80 minutes and you play for only 10 minutes, I think that's not what football wants to see with this particular talent we have in the Super Eagles currently.
All right, Mario, what's your take? Westerhof has anointed Samson Siasia, and of course, it would have been a different kettle of fish, for instance, if Eguavoen had gone in and failed. Thank God. If it were to be a foreign coach that came in and had 4 points, I'm telling you, they will say, foreign coach has proven that they are better than local coaches.
They will have said Finidis.
Yes, their Finidis was pro. Local coaches are not good enough.
Yes.
Well, God so kind, the Labadia project failed. 9 minutes to that, those 2 qualifiers. Now, Eguavoen has proven that the local coaches still has what it takes to do the job.
Well, you know, we have been shouting, we have been singing the song of Samson Siasia on this show. Maybe Westerhof is listening to us. Myself and James will be shouting, they are waiting for Samson Siasia ban to expire, and unfortunately, fortunately, the ban has expired now and is eligible for the coaching job. However, I think the thing is this: let's compare the 2 coaches. Eguavoen has been in the glass house for the past 5 years, 4 or 5 years now, and he has not been in active football. The only thing that is different about him is that he's still attached to football, whereas Siasia barred him for participating in football and just of that. And to be honest with you, if the NFF really valued Eguavoen, and I'm going back to the debacle of the NFF again, if they really value the input of Eguavoen as technical director, they will not go to London without the technical director and go and listen to a coach that is trying to build a team around the 36 years old, and they came back happily to come and announce that. It shows that they don't even believe in Eguavoen as a technical director, because I mean, you would have expected that in that kind of headhunting will be spearheaded by an Eguavoen, who is the technical director number one, who is also an ex-international that knows the game in and out. But that did not happen. When Finidi George quit his job abruptly, they did not deem Eguavoen fit, to give him that particular job and the rest of that. However, if you look at the performance of Eguavoen and how the boys play, definitely, I mean, everybody was giving me praises yesterday. I myself, I even scored him in 95% because of how the boys fired out and how they played. It's not even whether we win or we lost. It's about the performance the boys put in.
Exactly.
If I had lost those 2 games for all I care, I would have still been shouting the name of Eguavoen because of how the boys played. We didn't defend. We were on the attack and the rest of that. And the boys gave a good account of themselves. Eguavoen also gave a good account of himself. Now, coming back to the issue of Siasia, one thing is this: Siasia has done it before. Yes, we might come out and say, he has not been active in football for the past years and just of that. The same thing could be said for Eguavoen, but I mean, Eguavoen was able to, bring about the result and the rest of that. So I mean, for Westerhof to come out and be backing, Siasia, I think he sees something there. And even before Westerhof is saying this, we on this particular show, at least myself and James, will be consistently shouting week after week that Siasia will be a good replacement, will be a good fit for that particular job. I've said it over and over again. Even whether they give Eguavoen the job or they end up appointing a Siasia, there's something they call management by objective in the human resources space. I mean, if you are hiring the coach, give the coach an objective. For 2025 Nations Cup, we want you to get to probably a semi-final or whatever it is. For the World Cup, we want you to get to this particular range, and you now give the coach the opportunity to be able to do it. James Franklin said something the other time: the foreign coach will not deliver the World Cup to us. So why are we wasting taxpayers' money? That's just basic simple question. We know we have the quality in the NPFL. We know Eguavoen, who has been out of football, who has just been sitting down in the office and being technical director, came in, took charge of the boys, and he delivered. Yes, Finidi George did not give a good account of the local coach and just yes, it happens sometimes. But I mean, we have seen what Eguavoen can do. Why is the NFF still interested, in dragging us through the mud? Because to be honest with you, the rumor that came out yesterday and was saying Eguavoen has resigned, blah blah blah, and the rest of that, I will not be surprised if it's engineered from the NFF, because there is something going on in the NFF as regards hiring a foreign coach. I don't know what it is, but it's high time the NFF gives our local coach the opportunity to be able to take the team forward. Give them a 4-5 years contract, give them a 5-year project, and our coaching will survive. And that's what we need at the moment.
The unfortunate thing is that we cannot take the NFF serious, because now we are starting the responsibilities of maybe pointing them to the right direction.
Right.
Because it shows that the man who is on top does not know what to do with the position he has. Talking about Gasol, who is the current president of the NFF, he has shown that he lacks the capability, he lacks the common sense to have a good thought and, of course, make the right decision and go about making sure that we achieve because I think this is the worst we've had in terms of looking for a coach.
Basically.
Yeah, this is the worst we've had. We've never been in this kind of situation before. Before, we've had maybe a little bit of speculation. Within a short period of time, they make the decision and we get a coach and life goes on. But now, getting a coach is more like deciding the price of what petrol. Even the price of petrol, they decide easily before they just tell you.
It's even very interesting right now, because we hear people talk. There was a statement credited to the Minister of Sports, John Eguavoen, saying that Lambadia refusing the Super Eagles job is a disgrace and a slap to Nigeria. There was also another statement credited to Amaju Pinnick saying that Eguavoen does not have a godfather. In fact, all of this, guess what? The one at the helms of affairs have not said one thing. And I'm talking about Alhaji Musa Gusau. At this point, it goes to show that there is nothing is even going to say that would hold waters. So with
coming out and saying, I didn't know Vida has resigned. Is that the same person you'll be surprised?
Is the same person that is waiting for the sport minister to choose a coach for him?
It's unfortunate, really, that we found ourselves.
I will not be surprised if this coaching drama plays on until the end of this year. Just take a look at the England side. After the Euros, the next day, no, I'm not even comparing them. It wasn't the next day or 2 days after when Southgate dropped the position. We were discussing, I was like, England will get coached before us. They watch. Before 1 week, they were able to promote Lee from the under 23. Look at what he did.
Are you
just look at the game they played yesterday.
FA of England.
Just look at the games they played yesterday. Going to bring an Eguavoen, somebody that we never even thought.
You are going way too far.
I'll not be surprised.
Ghana is just one step away from you.
No, Ghana has not been having good performance. Please don't.
Whether or not they have good performance, they have a coach.
Where?
On a particular platform internationally, he saw it. Coachless Super Eagles faces Rwanda. How insulting can that be? Come on now. We keep saying this over and over, and it's a slap on the face of football-loving Nigerians who, for the love of it, consistently keep hoping that we'll get it right. See when? And then the FA squad, I'm talking about Gusana, is not even saying a word. And you're saying he should at least say something.
Let me anyway, the only thing want to hear him say is that this in here.
Yeah, David, you said something the other time, and it's good that you are mentioning it. I mean, Amaju Pinnick coming out to say, something Siasia, Eguavoen does not have the backing of godfathers and the rest of that, he will not succeed. And for the one thing we should notice this: the news might just brush it off as something that's not serious. But that's a great revelation. It shows that for you to be able to succeed as a local coach, you need to have a godfather there that will speak on your behalf. And we have said it over and over again. Yesterday I was saying it. Eguavoen is one bad game away from being thrown under the bus. And for our people to come out and say he doesn't have a godfather, it means what I said yesterday is right, because immediately he has a bad performance, they will throw him under because that's when you see the worst of the worst things said about him and the rest of that, and that's the reason why our local coaches will never succeed handling the Super Eagles, because before you can succeed you have to go and bow down to a godfather. So how do we move forward? How do we move our football forward when football is being run by some godfathers? I mean, these are the things we need to start looking at, and that's the reason I always say it. We need to get it right in the next election. The next Congress that will be held, we need to vote in the right people to the FA. If not, this issue will continue, because it's so shameful that a former president is coming out to say for a local coach to survive, you need a godfather. It's just so shameful.
Anyway, it's more or less the situation in most club side, even when it comes to the coach. Yeah. For instance, let's take a look at Manchester United, for instance.
Okay.
If Ratcliffe wakes up one morning and says he's tired of Eric Ten Hag, he's gone.
Of course, he's the one that has the money.
Even if the board members are shouting and say they don't like Eric Ten Hag, there's nothing they can do about it.
He's the one that has the money. He's the one that has.
At Napoli, if Aurelio De Laurentiis says he does not want Spalletti tomorrow, Spalletti is gone the next day.
It's just what it is.
So even in the NFF, for instance, unfortunately, Gusau cannot say that Eguavoen cannot be the coach because he does not have that clout. He does not have that power. Unless the sport minister says, the sport minister will be the one and say, I don't. If the sport minister says he doesn't want Eguavoen, if somebody in the government's house, in the presidency says Eguavoen, nothing must happen, he must be there. It happened even in the time of Keshi. The NFF then did not like Keshi because Keshi was not playing ball. In terms of selecting the players they want him to take.
So, in other words,
it took the presidency, talking about Goodluck Jonathan, the ex-president, to say that nothing must happen. Keshi must take these guys to the Nations Cup. Even when he came back, prior to going to the World Cup in 2014, yes, I remember.
Yeah.
They wanted to bring a foreign coach. They wanted to sack Keshi, who's been like that.
That brings us back to the drawing board. What are they always gaining from these foreign coaches?
It's money
Except-
laundering.
Yeah, there's
I think
not money
that's not the obvious thing.
It's
Except
money
for
laundering. I'm
Pesero, who
sorry.
took us to the finals of the AFCON. And if you watch our performance, the criteria for you that you use and retain your job in the next 2 years or in the next
Right.
3 years.
And funny
Not that
enough-
you employ somebody in next 6 months, in 2 games, 3 games, you have sacked him. And you go back to the market and search for another 4 months. This one is going
Yeah,
to
it
8
would
months.
have been a slap if someone like Eric Chair was employed when you had the quality of Eguavoen
Yes.
as the technical director of the team. For instance,
Even the Fidelis that was their staff should have been a slap to him because he has won the title in the MPFL. What has
Because-
Excel won? For 4 games, 30 wins. And that
even
was
Tom Saintfiet, it would have been an insult. Because you know why?
Yeah.
Eguavoen has taken the team to the Nations Cup in
Yes.
2006.
One bronze. Yes.
He won bronze. He was still at the last, was it 2 Nations Cup after, before when Gonotro left,
Okay.
where they lost out in the round of 16 to Tunisia.
Yeah.
He took the team to the round of 16, and he has played for the Super Eagles. He has captained, and if we want to talk about Siasia, he has gone to the Olympics.
you will now go and bring
And when
one
as far
Malian.
as Silva, he has won Silva too.
You
And
now go and bring one
you now bring
Malian.
Eric Chair.
Who has coached only 40 games and I won 30. No titles,
the
not
painful part
nothing.
of all of this is I still go back to the NFF scribe. I'm talking about Alhaji Musa Buso. At least come out to say what a game the Super Eagles had. Wait. What a game the Super Eagles had under Coach Austin Eguavoen. We appreciate. Let me say something.
If Gusau comes out to say
So because he's not saying it,
no,
the body language goes back to everything we've been saying,
he has to be careful.
that they do not want Eguavoen to even be there.
We know. That one is certain. Even if he comes and say he wants Eguavoen, we will not
as
believe
it
him.
stands, just to launder money or to, I don't know, how do you even want to get about it? Pesero was asking for $50,000.
It was too much
It was way off too much.
for them to pay.
Javier Renal said he wanted 180. They said it's too much. So in other words, the same NFF can pay $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 every other month to a foreign coach. Why let Pesero go? If not to say somebody hand no touch the money. Look, the way we are going with this NFF, we will still protest for them. That one,
The thing is that, for me, I think the NFF owes Eguavoen every form of gratitude for saving them,
not even
saving them
a
the
statement.
stakes. No, they don't even need to say that, because if Eguavoen had lost those 2
They
games,
say because he's working in the glass house, Abi.
no, if he has
because I
lost
said it's
those
not
2
good
games, the NFF by now will be on fire. They would have been in presidential task force meeting where they will call the soul to
like that
explain. Yeah, to explain what happened. Yes, but now they are relaxed. They are at least he has given them some
They have
time.
about 2 more, 2
They
or
are
3
the ones
months.
at the top of
They have about 2 or 3 months. I
So
think
all they need to do is to pamper Eguavoen and host him to a dinner, praise him, and of course make him comfortable and ask him what next to do. What is the next line of
Rather
action?
than aimlessly.
Because
aiming for-
one, it also shows that the players respect him.
I mean, it was visible.
And
It was visible.
if the players
He had a
know,
major command of that team.
yeah, and if the players know that someone like Eguavoen is still going to be in charge or is still going to be part of whoever comes in, that team spirit will be there. The players will be comfortable coming for the next game.
It's unfortunate, really.
One thing he was even able to do was manage the players well. I think he used about 70% or 80% of the players he invited to camp.
Yeah.
I think the first game he had,
Except for Tanimu, which I
no,
surely want to say,
Tanimu was not even his player. He
which
was
I really want to appreciate Eguavoen for standing his ground.
Tanimu
on that Tanimu
was
decision.
the way that guy got to camp, he came in like a thief in the night.
Unbelievable.
I think the day I will see Eguavoen, I will offer him a sweet bottle of
The
wine.
thing is, Tanimu was not even on the
for
list.
standing his ground.
For players to be invited into camp, maybe one player was injured and suffered a knock.
Right.
That one will go, he replace him. The way Tanimu came to camp, he didn't even come online. We just saw Tanimu.
He came
appear.
like a thief in the night.
So for Tanimu, it was obvious that it was not a set of players of players.
Yeah, that's how robbers visit you. They will not tell you they are coming. They will just you just hear the knocking on your door.
When you look at
open the door,
when
and so
you look at the list that was released and the particular set of players that were invited to camp, you see that Eguavoen was able to use at least 70 or 80% of the players. I think players that completely didn't have playing time, the likes of maybe Ian Acho and the rest. But Iwobi got playing time in the first game and it was not playing time in the second game.
Yeah.
Onyedika came in the second game. Onyeka came out in the second game. So they had almost fair share of playing time. Osimhen, Boniface. I think Taiwo also didn't get playing time. You can say this fact that he was just returning from injury and is not match fit. So and you know he's still struggling for his
And
place.
even with all those changes, he did not concede half a goal.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Two
is
games,
enough.
2 clean sheets.
That is enough record for the NFF to at least, just like you said, call him to a dinner table and say, young man, what's the way forward?
Yeah.
Let's have it all planned out. Rather than aimlessly look for one grade, whatever coach that you want to get, that will still give you, if not lower results.
Yeah, they should listen to the
Looking at the team, again, I saw cohesion, I saw unity, I saw everything that the Super Eagles.
What I saw, I think Eguavoen should be the NFL president, not Gusau.
Okay.
Yes,
You don't promote that.
yes, he should be the NFL president. Yeah, Mario, I don't.
I mean, Jerry, see, the thing is, in as much as, you know, it might sound like a joke.
Yeah.
Why is Guzo more qualified than Eguavoen?
Definitely not.
In this
When it comes to awareness and knowledge of the game,
Eguavoen,
definitely not.
I mean, it's just the honest truth. Why is Eguavoen not even contesting for the NFL president? These are the people that should, you know, be taking charge of our football. At least
Yes.
for football, let's get it right. Eguavoen has been in glass house. He has been the technical director for many years.
Right.
Why is he not, you know, becoming the NFL president? He knows in and out of the NFL. He knows in and out of the glass house. He knows in and out of the politics. So why is he not becoming?
If I'm the sport minister, he should be my next NFL president.
Why?
Yes, Gusau should start preparing to pack his bags.
A man that
I mean,
in the history of Nigerian football, we can't even find what he has done as a footballer or as an expert in the game.
Let's not even
All of a sudden, he's now the NFL president, and we're going to have another painful part is if he's being bankrolled in the next election. Guess what? Most of the FA chiefs will still want to vote him in.
Let me
That's
tell
how
you.
very naive and
No, let me tell you.
The FA is
From good source, the FA, the fellow FA members, they have lost confidence in Gusau's
I hope
administration.
so.
Yes, they've lost confidence, and they are just waiting for the next election.
I wonder
For
why
him to start
somebody with
preparing
no
to-
knowledge of football or no past experience as a
But-
footballer or
Jerry,
nothing doing in football in the aspect of football would be heading a football federation. Because it makes no sense. It's just like taking a mechanic and telling him to come and become the MD of.
What about his vice,
come on.
Siasia?
oh goodness
What is he
me.
doing?
No. We know.
Of managing a club side
See,
that has won
don't even say that
the
one.
Champions League
in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
We know once you are vice,
It's
you are assistant.
vice,
It's just
of
name.
course.
It's just name. You are not doing
Of
anything.
course.
You are just
It's just what
collecting
it is.
salary. The only person
unfortunate, really.
that's how it is. In almost every aspect of the country, the vice is practically just a figurehead.
It's pretty sad. All right. Meanwhile, the Super Eagles players have expressed disappointment and frustration after their goalless draw against Rwanda in the AFCON qualifier. And despite creating more scoring opportunities, the team was unable to capitalize on their chances and secure a win. We understand why, because if you take a look at it, the goalkeeper decided to become Buffon and David De Gea all in one on match day. And the referee was overzealous. That's the referee behind the scene. A lot of Nigerians have been looking for his Twitter handle.
Yeah.
They will say something to him. And I know it will not be funny. Nigerians are looking for that man. Because if that man is on social media, the handle his handle is available. I'm very sure he will leave the social media.
You know why Nigerians are not gotten his handle? Because most Nigerians are even happy with performance. I think every Nigerian should be happy with the performance.
Yeah,
of
I'm not
that
happy
game.
that it is that
And
3
we
points.
lost the Benin Republic game and we drew that yesterday match. By now, the guy will have left social media for Nigerians because we know even the old Egyptians, anybody that relates to him, and they'll come for the best.
We have looked for him.
But
It's
unfortunate we came out with we didn't come out with full 3 points in that game. But there are a lot of positive when you look at that particular one.
Yeah.
Look at the players that played. Look at the talents that were on the field. You look at how Eguavoen was able to manage this particular set to get that result. I think credits to both the players and also Eguavoen himself. Now the ball now is in the NFF court. What are we doing going forward? If Eguavoen is going to remain at the interim manager or the manager or whatever title you're going to put on it, let him know early. Let him start preparing for the next set of games. Not that we will keep on searching, you keep on going to London, keep on going to Paris for next 3 months, then 2 days to the qualifiers, Eguavoen day again. You then is leave your club, Conde.
You know, it's quite interesting, just like you mentioned, that from what Jerry also read, the players felt disappointed that they could not get a win. What that simply means again is there is a spirit in that team presently that they all want to win. They all want to do better. That spirit was powered by the man who is at the helm of affairs in the person of the coach. So if the NFF knows what is best for good football, why not just allow the man continue, even if it's on an interim basis? Let's have him get a target for the Super Eagles, not going back to now, start looking out for who the next, foreign coach would be after now.
The another thing is, assuming they will stay in Nigeria and they will look for whoever will be the foreign coach. Good. But if they start looking for this foreign coach now, they'll start traveling. They'll go to UK tomorrow. That one will wow their mind for 1 week. They've gone to Germany. Are they gone to Italy? No, they've not gone to Italy.
I don't know where they from Cannavaro.
The German Italian.
Yeah.
Yes, Italian roots.
So now they are going to Spain. I think they are left with Spain.
They asked Fuentes for advice.
They should come back.
They asked Pep Guardiola. They come in Pep Guardiola. I think back then, was it not? I think Amaju Pinnick said he consulted Mourinho and he gave him Pesero. So they can go back to Mourinho, who has just even said that Victor Osimhen is a fantastic player and that he would have signed him for 75 million euros if he had the financial means. Yes, back in the days, Mourinho loved African players. If he were to be a coach of Chelsea, I think he would have played those games.
He will have dashed them Mudryk, dashed them like 3 players and collect Osimhen.
A lot of those players playing for Chelsea will not be in that team.
Honestly, yes. If it was a
90%
side,
of them will not be in that team.
It was Mourinho side. It's a beautiful thing that he also had his statements off for Victor Osimhen, saying he's a fantastic player. But then again, it goes also to say that our players, Nigerian players, are really doing well in their club size and of course in the country, just like we saw recently in the last 2 games. But the most important part of this conversation is how best can we put them together, have a team that would consistently churn out amazing results, just like we did see in Uyo on Saturday. I mean, if not for a stroke of luck, that game against the Republic would have ended 4-5-0. But for some very interesting reason, it didn't end in that result. And of course, the heroics of the Rwandan goalkeeper also stopped that same result from happening again in Kigali. So if we're having such level of young stars giving it their all with an interesting coach like Eguavoen, because as far as I'm concerned, if continuity is put in the table, then we should be talking about a good result going forward.
All right, let's talk about this very interesting news. Maiwa, Liverpool, they said, reportedly made a substantial bid to sign Kylian Mbappe from Paris Saint-Germain in 2022. But the French star ultimately chose to join Real Madrid on a free transfer. And the Reds' offer we had was about £169 million. And they said it was accepted by Mbappe. But PSG's director, talking about Antero Henrique, demanded a significantly higher fee of 400 million, which Liverpool was unable to meet. I think if I meet any day I go to Europe, I meet Antero Henrique, he should take the next route. He should make sure that he should avoid me. He will not be following. I will not be held liable for what will happen. Imagine you sit out on Mbappe. Come on.
Oh my God.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think the ask from the PSG guy was too much. I mean, yes, Mbappe has the quality, but asking that kind of amount is, is ridiculous. However, for some weird reason, I don't think a Liverpool will suit an Mbappe, to be honest with you. And that's number one. Number two, and I'm not throwing short at you, Jerry. I know you're a huge Liverpool supporter. I don't think Liverpool can satisfy Mbappe's ambition.
Now imagine him playing on that left when Mane left. Definitely would have been awesome. The Premier League would have just been waiting for Jurgen Klopp.
Keep on imagining.
But the question is this: if Mbappe comes and play on that left, do you think you would have won the EPL?
Yes.
Be honest.
Yes. If Salah gives me 25, Mbappe gives me 30 goals, 50 goals, I'm good to go.
And
The Premier League.
And you concede 48.
If the goals are coming, if each game I have 5 goals guaranteed from those 2 players, or 4 minimum.
Is it basketball?
Come on.
Is it basketball?
In 2022, Mbappe was one of the hottest strikers in the world. He was firing on all cylinders.
Yes.
Come on, you can't take, if Mbappe can guarantee you 30 goals in the Premier League, you are good to
My
go.
wife is asking you.
Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, it's very hot in 2022.
Yeah.
But he didn't win the Champions League with PSG because.
Come on, we all know PSG were filled with so much ill luck. We know the situation of PSG. PSG, they were guaranteed.
Yes, man, you do that something.
Yeah, they were guaranteed never to win the Champions League. I don't know, maybe there's a plan somewhere.
It's a good one that it didn't work out. Because seeing Mbappe in the Premier League would have been a good one. Because the drama and the destroying of defense is going to be, the goals is going to be mentioned. It would have been too much. Man City have been having a land and they'll be giving them a trick week in, week out. Mbappe might have been giving something similar. Then you will now see our club.
But interestingly, it might go another way around.
That's just it.
Right? You might think this person is going to deliver in this league and is coming to the league and not delivering. It's about what we see. Modric is one example.
No. When you talk about talent, you cannot tell me that Mbappe.
No, I'm just saying.
Mbappe would have done the same.
When it comes
almost
to the game
the same.
itself,
Yeah.
right? You might just believe that this person would deliver you.
Under a jungle club side, come on. Mbappe would have destroyed the Premier League with reckless abandon. He would just be firing on all cylinders.
Was it not the same jungle club that had Naby Keita? What did Keita do?
Ataya.
Naby Keita
It was what?
Naby Keita was caused from Guinea. When the head was going to Liverpool, they took his leg to the common and started doing a chatmate. Because I don't understand without this situation.
Jerry.
Yes.
Jerry, but the thing is this.
Yeah.
I mean, you are talking of Jurgen Klopp as if we didn't see Jurgen Klopp play in the EPL in 2022 till he angrily left the job. I mean, what would he have done differently, even though he had and Mbappe in that particular team?
The different thing was that the difference from club winning the Premier League was because of Guardiola.
Yeah.
Guardiola had better players. Yeah, I'm going.
So the thing is this. Even if Mbappe, was signed to Liverpool and just of that, you have rightly mentioned there's a factor called Pep Guardiola, and at the moment till Jurgen Klopp angrily left, I don't think there's any coach in the EPL right now that can upstage Guardiola at the moment, and that's just the honest truth. So even if Mbappe was there, you have a Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, and everybody in that Liverpool team, the result will still have been the same thing. There's a Pep Guardiola there that is above all the coaches. How they will do it, how they will upstage him, I don't know at the moment, but Guardiola would have been the stumbling block.
Giving us an edge, at least. Different from what we were getting for Luis Diaz. And when Mane was leaving, was no longer cooperating, was no longer assisting. Imagine Mbappe adding 30 goals from that left.
Well,
Salah adding 20.
That's past.
I'm good to go.
That's past already.
I'm good to go,
Looking at the only thing that we're hoping. Looking at the only thing that we thought would be competing on my drag with the EPL title with us, Man City. This is now Arsenal. Their players are just getting injured. Odegaard, yesterday now might be asked for like several weeks. I will know they are facing Tottenham this weekend and Man City upper week. And let's not forget, before the international break, they had the likes of Mireno go on injury. Simba now.
And where Declan Rice is suspended for.
Declan Rice also is suspended.
Wow.
And also Gabriel Jesus is injured.
See,
when they spent their whole summer, even the Calafiori, they went for 1 month.
Go and put your ticket. Tottenham straight win. Ikechukwu, if you are hearing me now.
But Jerry.
Yes, I'm listening. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, the question is this. I mean, we have all established what is happening with Arsenal. Why did Arteta not go for an Osimhen who was very...
He will pay for that decision.
Why?
Don't worry.
That's the question. I keep asking that question. Maybe one day, maybe after the show, maybe you guys will help me ask Ikechukwu if he's in the studio there.
We'll mic him one of these days. He will join us and he will answer that question and go back.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it was.
They practically spent 3 months of the transfer market on Calafiori alone. And now the Calafiori is injured. Now he's
Napoli,
injured. He has not. He played. Has he played any game? I think he
the way
came on.
Napoli bargains is
Yeah.
difficult. I will not really also blame us now because Laurentiis did not make it easy for
There
any
was a
club side.
particular time when the Saudi club came and they had agreed about 75.
75, yes.
So what stopped him? They got declared for 105.
They only
I
agreed-
actually for the 75.
They only agreed because they knew it was a Saudi team. If an European team had
Because
come,
No,
they
at
would
that
have
point,
changed.
yeah. When the Saudi deal broke down, if Arsenal had come with at least 70, they wanted him out of the club. Never forget.
Yes.
Because they are still paying most of the fee.
In fact,
They will have let him go.
the way Arsenal bargained, they should have at least bargained for that payment for 2-3 years.
Anyway,
I mean,
had it been Arteta believed so much in him, maybe he would have made the move. But
that they did where they pursued the junk since 1532. Till tomorrow,
into that conversation, we'll get to that maybe tomorrow. We'll talk about Ten Hag when the talking about the second part of his Fed interview with Tio Rodado on his comment about Eric Ten Hag comes out. We'll be able to talk about that. All right, big thanks by Ralph for being a part of the show this evening, as well as James and David. It's always a pleasure having you guys joining us on Locker Room.
Thank you.
Much fun.
And so it's always amazing to be here. And I hope NFF will just do us a favor and just settle for a local coach and let everybody rest. We are tired of their drama. It's enough.
It's enough.
Thank you for having me.
We are tired of the Fuji House of Commission. Big thanks to the guys behind the scene, talking about the likes of Shogun and not leaving out Alex, Jeremiah, and Ike Chukwu. My name is Jerry Apelhai. Stay safe, and if not, it's not all, do it to the sports.